Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body's fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated, but that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated, but she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She's got a body like a cocaine, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a cocaine, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. I heard you look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've
Hello Membros, hello George, hello Vice Gamer, hello Ninja OG. Hello, thank you so much सपोर्ट देने के सब लोग. लव फ्रॉम DSC. मेरे को पता है भाई तुम लोग करो स्पैम करते जाओ कोई दिक्कत नहीं. अच्छा लग रहा है. लव फ्रॉम जेरिको. वो को पता है किस्सा आ रहा है, ज़्यादा बताने का जरूरत नहीं है. हेलो जेरिको, कैसे? और थैंक यू सो मच जेरिको, थैंक यू सो मच जेरिको. पंखा तो कम है. हाँ थैंक यू सो मच मैनवॉक्स आंसर सही, अच्छे बात है. सपोज इस बार ज़्यादा कर स्पैम, अरे ज़्यादा स्पैम ने का जल सब हाथ दे दो भाई. लेट्स गो भाई, इवेंट करते पहले, इवेंट सीधा करते। अरे लाइक कर लो भाई, कम से कम 10 लाइक तो कर लो, इतना कर सब। 4 लाइक हुआ है, अच्छी बात है। 6 लाइक कर लो कम से कम। स्विच करो तो एक इधर है, एक उधर है। एक कौन अरे जो अरे दूसरा आईडी से भी आगे जल, क्या बात है भाई। सही है सही है सही है जल। रुक, मैं समन तो कर लूँगा, समन कर लूँगा। कुछ सभी बात ही है यार, कोई ना, अच्छी बात है जल। स्विच करना है, स्विच क्या बात। स्विच करना तो खुल गया है, तो कौन लेटे तो जाऊँगा कुछ सकता। चलो अरे स्वीट सिटी। अरे अरे सीरियसली मेरे को पीछे करना पड़ेगा। चले इधर है। चलो पानी में भी नहीं जा सकता। ओके तो कीड़ा है, पॉइंट इधर भी नहीं है। चलो हाँ शांति से ओपन करो डोर को। चलो ये भी कंप्लीट। ये रजिस्टर चार्ज करने को ओके। ऊपर अच्छा इसको इधर ला, इसको इधर ला, ओपन करो उसको। और इधर नहीं, इधर से नहीं जाना मेरे को, इधर से जाना पड़ेगा मेरे को। आगे समन का है, हाँ है, समन कर लूँ। नहीं तो नहीं है। चलो आगे से ये हो गया। चलो आ गया। चलो यस के तरह हो। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। चलो स्विच करो। अच्छा लाल क्या फिर से टच क्यों नहीं करना है? जल्दी 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 अच्छा सामान अच्छा वहाँ जाना है मेरे को ओके 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 मैं कैसे जाऊँ ऊपर हुआ समझ में है। एक पॉइंट छूट गया। जी चलो समझ में आ गया तुम्हारे को। क्या करना है मेरे को? चलो और प्रिंस ऑफ सैन ऑफ अलेक्सा कैसे हो? आपका अकाउंट रिव्यू करते हो क्या? आप अकाउंट रिव्यू करते हो क्या? यस करते हैं। मेरा भी कर दो। हाँ कर दूंगा। हाँ हाँ आईडी भेज दो। ओके मैं इसके बाद कर रहा हूँ, रुक जाओ। चलो ये हो गया। एक कॉइन वहाँ पे, कॉइन लेते जाऊंगा मैं कर रहा रिव्यू कर रहा हूँ, रुक जा, वेट कर रहा हूँ। सही सर कौन सा फ़ोन है आपका? मेरा सैमसंग गैलेक्सी A15। क्या था? 8850। ओहो, नेफा भी निकाली है, क्या बात है। C1 है, क्या बात है। नंबर C1 है। 36 प्रोटोटाइप वेपन नहीं निकाले, कोई ना। C1 में गए, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। और 5 हंटर सही है। की डैमेज 14.8 पर 15.2 सही है, अच्छे है। 20.2 क्रिएट 7 सही है। और पीस HP 20। ओह वेरी गुड। हाइड्रो बोनस भी सही है। क्रिएट की डैमेज सही है। की डैमेज के साथ क्रिएट सही, क्रिएट बढ़ सकता कोई ना। कॉन्सेंट्रेशन C1 है तो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन C1 क्या करता है, नहीं कर पा सकते हैं। 36 HP सही है। 50 में 2 2 3.7 अच्छा रेशियो। और क्या बोलते हैं, मोविका का अटैक सही है 2000। वेपन वो ग्रेफ चला रहे, ये हमारा वेपन नहीं है, ये हम वेपन भी ले सकते हैं आप। कोडेक्स ओके, फिर के डैमेज सही है। ओह इज वेरी गॉट इट। अच्छा था भाई, बहुत ज़्यादा स्पीड में हाई रोज गया, सबसे बेस्ट है। अच्छा EM का सेंस ये 32.6 सही है। प्रोवो ये EM का साइन दिया तो सही है, अटैक वेपन सही चलेगा। सही है। 0 टैलेंट 10 डबल काउंट सही है। 43.2.6 EM ही सही है, सही है। इसी EM का साइन दिया तो वेपन सही चलेगा। EM का साइन था तो नेफा क्या बनाया, नेफा भी चेक करने दो मेरे को। पीजेट का वेपन दिए हैं अनबिंड बिंड ये अच्छा 10 नेफा बिंड नहीं हुआ है अभी। ओके ठीक है। नेफा कितना पीटी में मेरा, मैं नेफा में हाथ चुका था, अभी मैं और जा रहा हूँ लास्ट पूल में करूँगा। 4 पूरे अभी मैं अभी नहीं करूँगा, मस्त अभी बाद में करूँगा। नेफा पे 50-50 हारा था 82 पे, अब पर फिर 10 पूल में मिल गई। अच्छा ऐसे आते, मेरा 72 में मैं हारा था, 72 नहीं तो 75। और 10 पूल मेरा भी आ जाए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
Add as. Thank you for completing. Add Astra.
नोमी और ओमेगा का क्रेडिट कितना होना चाहिए? अरे एक समय नोमेट का, एक समय पीछे चेक करने दो। एक समय मैं स्वयं निकेट नहीं भेजा ना, रुक मैं पीछे भेज दो। रुक मैं माविका का 45-40 क्रेडिट देना है। ये माविका का वैसे तो सही है, माविका का कोई चेंज नहीं कर सकता आप। इसका कर सकते हैं, नोबलेट का जो थोड़ा सा घटाते कि डैमेज आप बढ़ा सकते हैं, हल्का सा कि डैमेज बना तो बना लो, नहीं तो ये भी जैसे सही है, डैमेज दे रहे तो सही है प्रोटोटाइप में। ये फिर नोबली में 40 भी चल जाएगा, 40 भी चल जाएगा, नहीं तो जैसे ऐसा सही है। फिर थोड़ा और घटा सकते हैं, ऐसा भी 4 पीस से तो मिल ही जाता है। चार्ज अटैक में 15% और HP डिक्रीज मतलब HP इंक्रीज करते और डिक्रीज करते, क्रेडिट भी इंक्रीज होते हैं ना स्टैक में, इससे चलो मैं जा रहा थोड़ा सा फार्म करने। थैंक यू बोलने का जरूरत नहीं है, रिव्यू करने मेरा ऊपर है, वो मेरा ही है। थैंक यू जरूरत नहीं है। हेलो नीट वेस विंग 31 हाय कैसे हो
I just got a really bad toothache. Why? Enough! Help me! Kerplunk!
Forest, protect us.
Cascade. Tuh. Huh. Mind the deluge. Ha. K- I may have overestimated myself.
Dissipate! Chew on this! Splash attack!
Here. For the everlasting forest.
Stand with me! Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Dissipate! I'll settle this! Stand with me!
With one heart, we pray.
Look, a rainbow! Yeah!
Kamisato, Suiyu, be still.
Dissipate! Out of my way! Being done well!
Lush as the moonlight.
Cascade. Ha. Huh. Ta. Cha. Ta. Ta. Cha.
For the everlasting forest. Receive my
Stand with me! Her bond is strong!
you poor lost lamb.
Look, a rainbow!
The depths beckon. Cha. Ta. Ta. Cha. Ta. Ta.
Dissipate!
Lush as the moonlight.
I'll settle this! Flash attack!
Be still. I may have overestimated myself. Mind the deluge. One of us has to go.
Our bond is strong. Good luck! Let's attack!
Cascade.
जो भी देख लाइक एंड सब ऐसा भी कर लेना। उसके बाद थोड़ा देर में आँखें के चालू करूँगा।
Stand with me! Lightning, arrow!
For the everlasting forest. Branches a song.
Be still. Kamisato Arc. Suiyu!
Our bond is strong. Look, a rainbow!
Receive my blessing.
Stand with me!
still.
Luscious and mean.
Stand with me!
For the everlasting thirst. Breath.
Cascade.
Look, a rainbow! Lightning terrified! The bond is strong!
Be still. Kamisato wa Suiyu.
Flash attack! You're done! Dissipate!
Luscious and mean.
Out of my way!
By the frost in the hole.
Stand with me! Oh! Don't claw! Being done water bomb!
Mind the danger. Be still.
Our bond is strong!
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the Moon Goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but...
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like... but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, after all. One look, and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, Those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was... What's the matter?
Pitifully, Granddaughter. Flinders. Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancée of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Thelindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Thelindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Thelindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conorians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian... Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain!
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
Alright then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
जो भी देख लें अभी
On the way
तक
over
लाइक एंड
here,
सब यहाँ से
I
भी कर
noticed
लेना
that the
और
wild
like
hunt
request को।
monsters had grown even frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Ineffa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flints?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flints' intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nodcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flints, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nodcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. Ineffa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Ineffa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh? Are you serious? As in, you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations, over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, Take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon Sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody, correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are, so with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew. The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it.
I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
bring you death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have no right to.
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place! What now?
What a tragic sight. Fragment.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Haimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her. By the way, Alambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty holy, Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
I'll settle this.
With one heart, we pray. Leave this place.
Ow! Look, a rainbow! Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it!
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out!
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in. Ah.
a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
I have to start.
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thalindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here? Oh yeah! So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence? Or something more?
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Lightning terrified! Your bond is strong!
Good luck! Flash attack!
Branch into song. I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end. With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Revier, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Felindus's voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go! These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Cascade!
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Stand with me!
The depth's back!
Look, a rainbow!
For the everlasting forest, lush as the moonlight.
Be still. Ho! K- ta- 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 k- ta- huh. Huh. Ta-
Out of my way!
Branch into song.
The bond is strong!
By the frost moon of old.
Chew on this! Ding dong water bomb!
Mind the deluge. Ta- k-
Hang in there! We're so close!
Stand with me! Lightning terrified!
We finally did it!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an undying flame. If we can purify the abyssal power within, so cold. Is it you? Are you here? Huh? At long last, I'm sorry. The moment the moon, tell me. You look, but trust me.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, it sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? Alright. Time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go! That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The Abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Hey,
What are you waiting for?
Oh, we made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take